Hi there, welcome. This is Nam, educator, coach, and speaker on wellness, women's empowerment, money magic, and living your authentic life. In this video, I want to share with you what I bring on the table when you coach with me and what you get out of our coaching session. Now, in our coaching session, of course, I bring all the expertise I've had through my education, my double graduations, and my double master's degree in training and education and in yoga for human excellence, and all the various certifications, which has been a continuous learning for the last 15 years in order to embody in my own life. I've been a constant investor in my own growth, and I think that is the biggest return on investment I've had compared to all other investments for in terms of wealth in my life. So I bring all the experience and wisdom, not just from me and also from my coaches and mentors, that I consistently invest top dollars for my own growth. Besides that, what makes me, what I bring, what is my flavor, is what I want to share with you. I bring the empathy, experience, and wisdom I've had from my own life challenges and overcoming them from early childhood. I come from a family which met with a fatal road accident at the age of when I was 10 years old. My mother died on the spot, my father became a quadriplegic. He took years of treatment before he could take care of his own basic needs. My sister lost an eye, and my brother and I had fractures in my tumor, and he had in my femur, in the leg. I was bedridden for 3 months, and my brother had a fracture in his hand. I have been anyway growing away from my family, so I've had abandonment issues. I grew up with my grandmother. Um, Only because my father was traveling all the time around India, so they thought it's fit to leave me with my grandmother for my education, so to speak. But as a child, I was timid and felt abandoned by my parents. But finally, I went back to live with my parents when I was 9. But within a span of 10 months, my family met with a fatal road accident. So it meant that all three of us, me being the firstborn, went back to live with my relatives and my grandmother. So early early on, I had to become resilient. I believed that my education and hard work is my ticket to freedom and happiness in life. That was my perspective, how I took or how I chose to react to the trauma at that time. Back then, there was nothing called, nobody understood emotional trauma or even any kind of trauma care. It was just anything physical, you would be treated, and that's about it. You just pull up your socks and learn to live your life. My father, after many years of treatment in the hospital, he lived a long drawn life of dysfunction and depression before he died at the age of 60. My brother died of drug overdose at the age of 21, having lived a dysfunctional family life. My sister learned to live with her one eye. Me, on the other side, I had to become a decision maker, had to be the person who put the responsible shoes from the time I was age 15. From then I didn't have adult supervision or guidance, so I had to make all the decisions, not just for me but for my family as well. So there was a lot of learning there. I turned to books, I turned inwards, I turned to God, I turned to any kind wise people in my life to make important decisions in my life, like, and my family, around education, my marriage, and so on. I migrated with my husband to Australia in 2001 after having lived in Singapore for a year, so that gives me a broader perspective of different kinds of people and culture. Uh, that's another aspect that I bring on my coaching. And have being a skilled migrant in Australia, we had to find our way, our foot, and our security by working hard and settling ourselves in Australia. We bought our house in the first one year. of having migrated here. And after that, I suffered 8 long years of infertility. During that time, I also suffered an autoimmune condition, which triggered me to go in the path of wellness and living in alignment and finding about yoga and meditation and mindset and everything to do with living in alignment, basically to aid healing and to bring more joy and happiness. I finally conceived my children. They're 10 years old. I have twins, precious twins. I overcame my infertility as well. Motherhood is like a fast track to face your fears, anxieties, depressions, and emotional trauma I've been running away from or coping with using um, my work or food. I consistently face all the challenges of a mother as well, but it inspires me and motivates me to consistently do my inner work and be a better person so I can be a role model to my children, and also breaking my generational patterns, limiting patterns and beliefs would mean that I am not only liberating myself, I'm liberating 7 generations after me and liberating 7 generations before me. So I strongly believe every woman that is transforming is liberating 7 generations before and after her. This is not just woo-woo science. This is not just woo-woo theory. There is science behind this as well. If we learn genetics, so my work is based on not just yoga and meditation and ancient wisdom. It's also based on evolutionary theory and quantum physics and modern science. So I bring all of this into my coaching, and if you're interested in coaching with me, um, you can contact me via my website or through my Facebook page, and I'll get back to you. Thank you. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.